stand up here.
Are we live?
We are live now.
We are live.
Are live, and I was touching the screen to scroll up and say hello to who's in here. And there's Uncle Smiley, also known as Joel. For those of you that see me say hi, Joel. I know not everybody knows every name like I don't. So
I
just
don't
like
at
Lucky
all.
Stone.
Yeah.
I don't know Lucky Stone's name, so I just call him Lucky. And his channel's named after a cat, Lucky Stone. New local Austin's Mike. I know that. Hey, Mike. Dennis. Yours is the one that I touched and I highlighted. And Dave-O. I'm guessing Dave-O is Dave. Paul McCarthy.
Hey, Paul.
Is that everybody? Did I miss anybody?
Did you get Shady Grady?
I did.
Shady.
Hey, Shady Grady. And I know his name, but I can't remember it. So it's not always foolproof. So I say Shady when I can't remember.
I can never remember Mark's. That's why Biggie. It's not easy being Big Easy.
But that's one I can remember somehow. You know how it is.
Yeah.
I see.
I don't really try to remember real names because it's just too much for my brain.
I hear you.
Well, I do know some of them. Like I know Mike's name is Austin.
See, he's just Austin.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. For a long time, I thought it was New Local Austin, meaning he was Austin, but he's from
Austin all the time.
Yeah, right?
Austin, Texas, I think. Pretty sure. Y'all saw Skipper's message that just popped up, I guess. It said, sorry, gang, I'm under the weather. I got a bug or something. I won't be there. I couldn't read it all before it went away. So keep Skipper in your thoughts and prayers. And hope you feel better, Skipper. He really pushes it. You know, he really does with his job and all he's got going on. So we certainly understand when somebody can't make it. And I hope you all understand when I can't make it. Some weeks I'm just like, I can't do it.
Well, you're old. He's got no excuse.
You old, man. You old.
There is that. So I guess we should give him a little crap for it, you know. Hey, when you're sick, you drive. Hey, Alec, welcome.
I like us. You know that? I like us.
There's Empire of Dirt, who is Jeff.
Jeff and Quirky?
Yep. So, nobody else. Hey, Bobs. Well, why can't I read that? Some days I can read the chat and some days I can't. Susie and Buddy.
Susie's got to be Hilly because one of us has to be Billy. I guess Billy with an I.
Oh, Susie, there you go. Scotty's here looking for a hillbilly woman that likes bold, vertical, challenge, crazy cat guys.
And a fish keeper. Don't forget that, man. That's extra bonus points.
Right.
For some of us.
Right.
You lost me at woman.
Coro. Hey, Coro, welcome. Coro says, which one is Hilly and which one is Billy? So you know the twins too, I see.
Remember that comedy show? This is my brother Daryl and my other brother Daryl.
Bob Newhart.
Yes. that was Designing Women because I saw.
No, it was
Bob Newhart.
Bob Newhart show.
One of the many Bob Newhart shows.
Yeah, but it was a sitcom, not.
Okay.
Yeah, remember he was like running an inn in the 80s.
Yes, he was doing a bed and breakfast.
Well, there's also you're right. There's also an episode where they go camping. Dixie Carter and Delta Burke and their partners and Annie Potts. They all go camping or go to a log cabin. And the three brothers, Daryl and Daryl come in. So one of them probably stole it from the others. You know, sitcoms do that.
Yeah, probably a cameo or something.
Oh, it could be the same people, right?
I bet it is.
Or a crossover or something.
I bet it is.
I love when shows did that. I used to watch TV so much. That was the high point of my day. If one show crossed over to the other.
Yep, me too.
Corky, we knew he wasn't here because no one was bitching about being late.
Right. Who's that? Where's Huawei? I don't know, guys. I didn't even set the stream up. I forgot to like 5 till or almost almost when Susie was finished, I jumped out of the shower and I don't think I set the stream up. And so the mods may think they're off tonight. That's okay. I'll dock their pay. Don't worry. It'll go back in the fund. Where's Huawei? He'll probably see us. I prefer Basil from Faulty Towers. Same. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
I don't even know what that is or what it's referring to.
It's a good British. The Britcoms are awesome.
I've never watched one in my life. Oh, that's not 100% true. I don't know if it's Britain or not, but I did watch Benny Hill back in the day.
Oh yeah, that's good. They're so conservative and reserved, but their comedy is off the hook sometimes. It really is. They get away with a lot that I'm not sure we would get away with here. But or back in the day we wouldn't have. Now you can do anything.
Oh, he hit a button.
Oh, where'd he go?
It's you and me.
Are we still live? This is the Whip and Susie show. Dun, dun. Oh, he's back.
Did y'all hear me saying I'm knocking myself out? Don't say anything. I was trying to scroll and not hold this stupid phone. I may set it on the tripod, but as soon as I do, they'll knock it down. I don't have one single animal on me. This is incredible.
I know, right? You usually have a dog crawling on you or a cat meowing or a bird flapping.
I don't mind. I don't mind not having. I like watching a show without somebody bitching about their cat being up on the table.
This has got to be a first. The only thing in the stream are fish right now. Wow.
And those are only coming from Whip.
Right.
What?
Nice. You're the only one with animals, Whip.
I don't have any animals.
Your fish behind you.
Oh yeah. They stay.
I am in an animal-free room. This is where my toxic resin lives.
Team Detritus. Hey Terry, what's going on, buddy?
What? Team Detritus.
Hey
How
Terry,
are you doing, sir?
Scotty got another cat Friday, Susie.
Yes, I heard he was Thursday night. I saw him at the Bucks County Aquarium Society Christmas party or holiday party. And he said he was.
It's a Christmas party. You can say that's all right.
Well, there were a lot of people there celebrating other things, and I was celebrating the food because we had roast beast. It was so good.
Oh, Huawei didn't get.
I've got 30 years of human research.
There he is.
I can't say it.
Dennis, I can see that, Dennis. You always enjoyed the British comedies. Hello. One of them.
Monty Python. Was that British comedy?
Mm-hmm.
Monty Python? Yeah.
Were they a TV show, though, or were they strictly movies? That shows you how inept I am at the whole British thing.
Who's the one that's so famous over there now? He's an international. Mr. Bean.
Oh, he's British?
Yep, that's Mr. Bean.
I don't
weird,
like him
man. He's
at
weird.
all.
He reminds me of like Pee Wee Herman.
Mm-hmm.
He is not my favorite. You know who else I cannot stand? Although I don't know that he sounds British, but he might be an American or whatever, dual citizen or whatever. I don't know where he lives. Is what I'm saying.
Go.
I'm stalling because I don't remember his name.
Oh,
he's on HBO. He's got last night's news today or last night's news yesterday. I don't remember what John Oliver. Does that sound right?
John Oliver's a guppy guy.
No, then that's wrong. But yeah, I don't know. Whatever that dude's name is, I've watched him on HBO a couple times, and I'm like, this just isn't funny.
Yeah, some humor escapes me. Some things John finds hysterical, laughing, tears running down his face, like belly laughing, and I'm like, I don't get it.
It is John Oliver. John Oliver last week tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave it a shot. You know, I watched it, I don't know, 2-3 weeks in a row, and I'm just like, bah.
Well, see what Susie and I know.
No.
We just know the one John Oliver.
Yeah.
You know the local guy.
Right?
Yeah, he's on this side of the pond.
Yeah.
I'll have to check him out.
Yeah, if you like unfunny people with accents, they're good. He's good.
Guys, I am attempting to make an axolotl red and black for an order, and I cannot do it. This one, I do not see red and black. This one, don't see red and black.
Let's see them.
And this one, I definitely
hold them up again.
This one is just red on the top. This one is red. It's black. It's not.
What are you looking for? Because they both look red and black.
They ordered a red and black axolotl.
Yeah, but
none of them look like it's two-toned red and black.
Oh.
And I don't know how to do that then, I guess.
Is such a thing possible?
Like
I have made other things that I mix colors all the time. Like make swirls and flowers, and I don't know why I cannot do it in the axolotl mode.
Oh, it's just that mode.
I think because it's more deep than flat. Like I make snowflakes all the time, and I can make them 5 different colors. But I think because it's so flat, I feel inept. And I have an order for it, and I have to have it ready by Friday.
What are the 5 colors? Sorry,
just red and black.
Yeah, the star has got 5 colors in it, and she can do that, but she can't do the 2 colors on the.
Yeah, I wonder what the 5 colors are though for the star.
This one is gold, purple, maroon, and light blue. And then I put a rhinestone in the middle.
Well, Susie, if you can do it on that, you should be able to do it on the other one.
Right?
Get it done, girl.
I feel so inept.
Someday there's going to be a knock on my door, and I'm going to open it up, and Susie's just going to punch me right in my face. Hello?
I might come knock on your door, but I don't think I'm going to punch you in the face. I don't know if you noticed, you're a little bit bigger than I am. So when I drank, I would have punched you in the face. I always picked on the biggest one. But I'm sober today.
It's amazing how often that happens.
Yeah.
It's always a bad choice.
I think it's little people syndrome. You know?
Could be. I had one liquor that I couldn't drink, and I had to do it twice to prove it, or to thinking it was just a fluke. But I can't drink vodka any kind. I mean, I can drink it, but it makes me belligerent and more so.
Oh, that's Jack Daniels for me.
Very angry. I threw a little chair through the wall where I was renting the legs into it the first time.
Oh, you know what does that to me? Is Mad Dog 2020. You guys ever? Good stuff. But man, you want to see, Whip angry. Whip smash.
I don't want to see Whip angry. I don't ever want to see Whip angry.
Let's get smashed.
I've seen Whip in a lot of emotions. I don't want to see Whip angry.
Take your word for it.
Yeah, it was that was never a pretty. I had to quit. I had to just quit. Like you, I had with the vodka. I just had to quit. Hey, Jody.
Hey, Jody P.
Jody P was so cool. She was trying. Well, not just me, I'm sure, but she was trying so hard to get me a membership over on Bob Steve Pod's show.
Aww.
I mean, she must have spent 50, 60, 70 bucks buying these things, and Bob's got me blocked or something. I don't know what's going on over there, but
no, you can't buy. I can't. Nobody can buy me a membership either. It has something to do with the way you set up your YouTube.
It's just his show. It's just him.
Oh,
I get them all over the place. All other shows, but not his.
So people can gift you memberships on other shows.
Yeah, I get them all the time. All the time.
I've never gotten one because they say they can't do it to me. Do you want to see my newest class ornament?
Yes. Get rid of that.
That is brilliant.
He's got a little dangly there, dingleberry dangling.
And what's sad is I've had my dogs with that exact scenario happening.
Yeah.
It's always great when you have to get that off there.
That's my newest ornament. And for some reason, this seemed Christmas to me, but it's really not.
Hold on, let me go back.
Oh boy, the kid's losing its crap again. Better?
Yep.
A little bit. It's a little bit.
It's blurry because my camera's blurry.
Oh, there you go. That's much better right there.
And it's very glittery. That's
Nice.
my Christmas better. And somebody said, that's not even Christmassy. I'm like, it depends on who you are. I would have a whole tree filled with fish if I could.
Terry, I don't think that's the case anymore. I think they changed that because there is nothing for me to click over there. I mean, it was. I have clicked on it back when you could do it. But I don't even see the option anymore.
You may have to be following each other too, because on TikTok they made that a thing sometime back, and I just heard about it the other day. I was trying to get somebody, and
here's the other thing: I have had memberships on his show before. I guess I should be full disclosure. I had it like 4 months in a row, and then nothing. I haven't been able to get one. I mean, people have been buying them like crazy. He's over 300 members now because people just keep buying them at 5 and 10 at a crack. And
wow.
People are getting them that haven't been there in years, and I can't get one over there. It's all good. I mean, it's getting him membership.
do you have it set up as a business? Huawei said.
Huh. I'll have to check.
Yeah, because maybe that's the problem.
Somebody told me it was because the way I set up my YouTube that I can't get gifted anything.
That's got to be it then. Yeah.
Vinoski.
Hey, Vino.
Hey,
Gotta set this phone down.
Did you not find your stand?
I found both of them, Susie, but I'm just reluctant to use them because as soon as I
they get knocked over.
They're Floyd's favorite thing to land on because that's where the action is in the screen. But I don't even know. He must be back in the reptile room. I haven't seen him in a while.
The real reason is because he likes to put his finger on it and then cause backfeed.
I know. Every time I'm backstage, there's an echo, and it's my finger over holding the phone like you hold a phone. So
I have a little bird story. I go to this co-op, and we share teaching responsibilities to about 20 or 30 kids. So we all take turns teaching a different lesson, a different country, different art project, whatever. And there's one girl who's very shy and quiet, doesn't talk a whole lot. And we were in the side room, and I said something, and she said, "Well, I have like a little bird with like," and she was doing this like cockatiel. She goes, "Yeah, I've got a cockatiel." She opened right up and did not stop talking about how amazing birds are. So I was like, I found a connection, and that was such a like, woo, that was such a gift, and it was all because of birds. And she goes, "Do you ever smell your bird? My bird smells so good."
Shady, what?
That's funny.
When was the last time this happened?
Oh, you won something.
Maybe I got one over there.
What did you win at Stephen P's?
No, not at Stephen P's. Because I've been a member over there for 14 or 15 months.
Stephen P was so excited for you. Okay.
Yeah. I can't buy memberships anymore because I don't want to give the powers that be my digits, my personal information.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I will eventually, if I ever do get monetized. I guess Facebook requires it. YouTube requires it. But, I've been dragging my feet on giving them the information.
Keep dragging.
Yeah. So.
And if you're not sure, just read the terms that you're accepting. You'll
right.
never click it.
Right.
Yeah. I might have mentioned it on Reptiles, but Wednesday I got an email from the bank asking if I'd tried to spend $170 odd at Walmart just now, and I said no, I'm home in bed, no. So they said we'll stop your card and send you a new one in 5 to 7 days. So that was.
You got to go 5 to 7 days without a card?
Yeah. Well, I went to the bank the next day through the drive-through and pulled out money so I could put gas
Okay.
and go to Walmart and stuff like that. The important stuff. But in the meantime, I'm getting when I go on channels, especially TikTok, it reminds the channel owner to tell people that so and so's membership's expiring in 5 days or something. So last night I was telling that all these snake channels, I know when I get a card I'll renew it. I know. But it auto renews, and so then it can't do it without a valid card.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't know what did it to me, but it, because it was working fine. There was no issues with my information that they had originally. Hell, I was a member on Primetime Aquatics for I don't even know 3 years, at least 3 years. I was a member of KG Tropicals for 4 years since like 2020. And it broke my heart a little bit to lose all that stuff, but
Yeah.
what are you going to do?
Can
And
anybody hear that noise?
yeah, I can hear it. It's some kind of backbeat.
Like something's happening to somebody's microphone.
Yeah.
When do you hear it? I have a fan, but it's like 10
No,
feet away.
it's like somebody's talking like
Or somebody's like
a half a channel off.
like touching it like this.
No.
But anyway, I've been a member on Stephen P's for like 15 or 16 months because people keep buying me memberships over there. That's how generous people are. I mean, it's really pretty amazing when you think about it. So,
yeah.
People like Jody, who's just
she is.
I can't even tell you how much money she can, but she has spent a lot of money in the last couple of weeks.
She sure has on Dan's Fish. I know that. She buys a lot of memberships.
Yeah. That's where I see it the most. Over at Dan's and then Bob Stepon.
Is it a fan or something oscillating? We're hearing the fan.
I can hear the fan, but there's nothing.
I can hear the fan. It's separate.
Yeah, this is something like, you know how like you can get some bleed over from if you were using a walkie-talkie and you're getting some bleed over from a channel next to you, like you're on 11 and they're on 12, but they're close enough where you can still catch like part of their conversation.
Right.
TikTok, a little bit like that.
I hate that on TikTok because the channels are boom, boom, boom right there. I'm like, who the hell is that?
You tell me if it goes away when I mute.
Well, do I need to turn the fan off? I don't need it. I've got an overhead fan too going. Do I need to turn the oscillator fan off?
Yeah, it didn't go away. No, try to mute your mic for 1 second.
You kids.
Hello. It's definitely him.
Yeah, you can turn it back on. It's not that irritating.
It's you.
you.
Well, I don't know who the voices could be because there's.
It's not voices. It's like touching the microphone. Like.
Well, I can hear it.
It's the air.
It's kind of weird.
Hold on. Ow! I bit my tongue to keep that from coming out. Oh, Susie's watching to see if she sees my boxers.
I'm trying to see if you got underwear on.
I'm onto you.
I was ready with the screenshot. I'm ready with the screenshot.
I hear wind on my mic. I hear it too. Yeah, turn it off. I think it's Bob's fan, to be honest. It's the fan. Sounds like the other people talking. I think it's the air hitting the mic. It's Bob's fan. Holy cow.
Everybody's
way over there, but well, I'll set it up next time. Just from Bob.
It's gone.
Just turn Bob off and back on again. I'd like to turn me off, I'll tell you. Just a couple of days would be nice. Well.
So what is new in everybody's fish room? I just talked about my fish room.
You did?
I did.
I think you should talk about it again.
I had a bad experience in my fish room.
I didn't hear. I mean, I know you had the filter issue. Did you say what you lost, or did you choose not to because you don't want to?
That was when I was in the shower, evidently. I didn't hear that.
I lost a whole tank.
I didn't hear that.
All but one.
See this one right here? That happened to that tank right there. This one. That was my first time I did it. Lost all my electric blues, Kara. I lost.
Oh,
I
wow.
lost my fire eel.
That's
I lost.
like a person.
Right? It would eat from my hand, Susie.
Yeah.
It would come up and eat out of my hand.
Yeah,
Hey, Monster Fish Scale. Hey, Lori.
Hey,
I missed you coming in.
My fish room is tidying up. How do you tidy up a fish room when the stuff that I have are like extra filters, lights, like things I'm afraid to throw away because I'm not in a position that when I need it, I'll just go get it.
You need to get a closet, a dedicated closet.
That lasted a good half hour, didn't it?
It did. 36 minutes. Well, not really, because we went late.
There's the Terry. She said, "What happened?"
That is rust Corey's. I got that at the. I know you don't go to the GCCA, Terry, but you when you do go, you go to the. Think. What? You go to the. What is the one down in Joliet? Greenwater. You go to the Greenwater. I went to the GCCA today and picked up some rust Corey's.
Never heard of that.
I haven't either. They look cool. If you look it up, they almost look a little bit like skunk Corey's, but they have a hint of, red on them, hence the rust name. But yeah, there it is. You were? Yeah, I was in Florida. I missed it. Melinda? Who is Melinda? Do we know Melinda? That looks like a new name to me.
Melinda, hello, and welcome.
Welcome.
I don't think so. Welcome, Melinda. You're going to have to get down. I can't work you on the phone too, girl. Oh, wait. It's better. Melinda M. Damon. Welcome. Are you a fish keeper, Melinda? We're nosy on here, and I'm the nosiest.
We're very nosy. We need to know things.
Especially this guy right here.
I don't see a picture of it. I put it in, and I get pictures of all different Cory cats, but none of them say.
Let me. The real name is on here. Look up Rabauti. Rabu. Yeah, I'm not saying it. But.
Oh, that's beautiful. Also known as the orange Cory or rust Cory. Huh.
Oh, that'll be nice, Terry. Rift tank.
I'm doing my first African, but it's Lake Tanganyika.
Is that it?
That's I
Isn't
think
that beautiful? Wow.
It almost looks like an orange laser, though.
Did Melinda say if she got fish?
She hasn't yet. No.
But there's the link to her channel, and you don't have to have fish. We have people.
No. But fish, reptiles, and amphibians are helpful.
Yeah, because we don't ever talk about anything but those.
No, nothing else. We
never get
strictly fish reptiles.
Yep.
Okay. Why? Oh, she's good. Okay, let's say Linda. She got 329 subscribers. Let's help her out. I just subscribed.
I give up on this.
Oh, she looks like she's a short channel. I like shorts. That's good.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a short lady. I'm like, we can't say that stuff.
Well, you can. It's just not encouraged.
Who like shorts? Never sure. Oh, and she goes live for this one's 5 hours long, girl.
We might be missing something, it sounds like.
I know. Well, I subscribed. I will check it out later. Welcome to our live stream.
I won't subscribe right now because I'm afraid to push
I'm doing 125 Rift Lake tank. Wow. Which lake? Are you picking a specific lake?
Let me just guess. Is it gonna be a Muna?
Victoria. I say Lake Victoria.
Victoria? Nobody does Victoria. Maybe that's why he'll do it. You know
Why,
what
what do you
fish I
think?
love from, is it Lake Victoria?
Which one?
I don't even know. It's probably not that lake. I think it's a different lake. Never mind. It's one of the jewels.
Turkana.
Yeah.
They're West African. I have a Turkana jewel. I love my Turkana jewel.
They are gorgeous.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
Those were the last Africans I tried, and they all killed each other. And then I think the last one committed suicide.
Yeah, mine all killed each other. That's why I have one left. I have one. Beautiful, though. He is beautiful.
Yeah.
I got mine from, where'd I get them? I can't think of her name.
Also, it's going to be a mix.
She is from Lehigh County Fish Club. Karen Haas. She's also a very big name in the fish world. At least in my fish world.
What are we talking about? I missed
Karen Haas is where I got my Turkana jewels at the fish swap up at Lehigh County. And yeah, it was pretty cool. I got 6 or 10 of them. And then they had babies. And I have one. And I don't want to put it.
Joys of keeping African cichlids.
See, a mixed Joe tank, and he's got 2 from Victoria. You were right. If it's going to be different, and Terry's going to do it.
That's nice. You have to keep it updated, Terry. Let us see what's going on with it.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I'm hating about my card, because I finally decided what native fish I'm going to order from Jonah's aquarium and put in here, but I can't order it now with no card.
Oh, right. You have to wait 7 days.
Right. Well, not that, maybe 3 or 4 now. Maybe it'll come Monday or Tuesday. But it's a yellow perch that I'm going to get, because it seems.
How big do they get?
6 inches, sometimes 8, but usually
that's not so bad.
If I'm remembering.
What do you have? Do you have a 55 or 75?
It's a 125, like Terry was saying. Mine's the tall. Instead of being 6 feet, it's 5.5 feet.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it'll be okay. It'll eat some of these fish. I'll catch out some of these and feed them to the snake. Our thumbnail was my new little water snake, by the way. I meant to mention that. My little Nerodia native snake. And he was in there swimming, and they're so stinking smart. He was in there catching him some little rosy minnows that I had just got for him. And I just pour them in a bowl in there, and he smells them, and he comes right out, and he starts swimming. But he'll catch one and eat it underwater and then come and look at me, or the dogs are on me. He comes and looks at us. So I don't know if it's the movement and then he goes back. I don't know if he's checking to see if we're near or everything's okay, but he's really smart. But that's what that is. He's looking at us and just eating those little minnows swimming around. He's up to eating 12 a feeding now. He's a hungry thing. So yeah, I'll be getting me a yellow perch next week. They almost look. What? Oh.
What happened?
Sneeze.
Ah, God bless you.
He also started a 125 community, 30 neons, 10 emperor tetras, 6 Congo tetras, 6 Bosmani rainbows, and a few miscellaneous. It's a nice looking tank.
I need to get over myself and my inability to mix countries. It drives me crazy in my own head. It has nothing to do with nothing about anybody else. You can do what you want. I don't care. But in my fish room, this tank drives me crazy because I've got South Americans and Asians and Africans, and they're all in there. Oh, sorry.
There's my
Getting out of the
walker.
way.
Is that my walker I left there?
Is what?
Is that my walker I left there that you moved?
Walker? No.
Is that new fish that are floating in there?
Yeah, that's those Corys we were talking about.
Ah. So when I first started watching YouTube, everybody did what you do, Whip. Like they have, this is only from this place, and this until I found KG Tropicals, and John was talking about mixing them, and he doesn't care what anybody's. I was like, wow, that is so cool. I want to try it, and I mixed the wrong fish.
Uh-oh.
I said maybe I should learn some more before I try that.
I mean, they do fine. I for the most part. There is some aggression in there, clearly, that I probably should try to figure out. I used to have, how many did I have? 15. I think it was 15 blue acara in there. And now there's like 4. So I don't know where, and there's no bodies ever. I don't know where they go.
Wow.
But that's where that's where which is still South American, but that's where my my ghost knife is.
Yeah.
But their mouth is so tiny. I can't imagine they're overly aggressive.
Oh, look at that. Karen House's interview. Thank you, Sam. Now that is awesome. Now, Karen, it comes to our fish club. I see her at the Clash. Her and her husband, they're amazing people. I would definitely check that out if I were you. She's very, very knowledgeable.
She must have been at your club? What interview?
She's come to our, no, that's a different, that Sam found that from, she's in the cichlid world. I don't know who did that. I can't see.
Yeah, it looks like the cichlid storage.
Karen House is a big name in the cichlid world. That's true.
The cichlid stage, that's what that is. I can read.
There you go. They are separated.
What's separated?
I don't know.
His kitties? Did his kitties get separated?
Karen?
Karen? Oh, did Karen get separated from her fish? I don't get it. What are we talking about?
I said Karen and her husband. Maybe it was that.
Oh, yep, Karen and Alan.
You know, people obviously go through phases too. And I remember like it was either the late 80s or the early 90s or mid 90s where people were really jump all in your crap. And of course, that was before computers pretty much too. But if you had your zebras with your guppies, you were just an idiot. They would be like, I've only been keeping them 30 years. I know that I'm 25, but or 30, but I've kept them 25 years. I know kind of what I'm doing, but Jesus.
Yeah, people would attack John for him keeping different cichlids from the different lakes of.
Yeah.
Well, that's still a thing.
It is.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah, that's just dumb, and that's why I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. But just because I don't want to do it doesn't mean that you can't shouldn't do it. I mean, do what you want to do.
But a community tank, a community body of water has live bears and egg layers and bubble nests.
The only issue with that, Bob, as long as you're matching up your the water parameters are right, and what they're eating, because there's a lot of African cichlids that shouldn't be eating the meaty foods without getting bloated.
Exactly. You gotta be real careful.
So you do have to watch a little bit what you're doing.
Right,
but,
right. For sure.
Yeah,
I still don't
go ahead.
think you should be putting like the cold water fish in with the tropicals. They're just not. That's not.
Well, I do my Danios, but they kind of adapt to whatever tank they're in.
Danios
are tropical, aren't they?
They're cold water.
Well,
they do both.
Yeah, they're temperate, I guess, because they do very well, as do barbs. They do great in cold water.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and my White Cloud Mountain minnows, I would consider them cold water, but I also have my community tank.
Right.
Oh, you do?
I do. I have them.
They do okay.
Gallon long.
Yep.
Oh, is that really long one that you were showing earlier?
Yeah, it's 4 foot long. I love that tank. It's only this high, so every plant that I put in there gets enough light. it's like so great. Like I don't need a high-powered, expensive light to get the plants growing.
Is it a 33?
I thought it was a 30 long, but it might be a 33.
It's probably, if it's really short, it might be a 33. What do they call those? The 50. There's a 50-gallon low boy, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes. And I have it right next to my low boy.
Oh, you do have a low boy too?
And then the 30-gallon long on top of it. Yeah.
Oh, the 33 is the same footprint as a 55. It's just about half that.
Then it's a 33. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I
That's
love
what-
it. I love that.
what
I love that.
That's what my phone's sitting on, and this little snake in there, rat snake's looking at me like, are we going to eat or are we going to look at the phone?
So
You
I
want to
got
really drive it crazy? Turn it around with a picture of a mouse running back and forth.
It ate last night. Rat snakes never get full, it seems like. It ate last night.
I'm really going through
Terry
something, guys.
says there are a few true cold water fish in the hobby. As Bob said, most are temperate. And that jumped and can go in what we call a tropical tank. Doesn't it mess with them though? Like you shouldn't put a goldfish in with in like a tropical setting, should
But
you?
they really are a cold water fish. They'll live, but it'll shorten their lives. Is what I've
Yeah.
read.
My goldfish are in cold water only.
Yeah, they can
So are
live.
my koi.
Yeah, the water freezes over and goldfish are fine. So we have that happen here in Tennessee.
I saw something for the first time yesterday or the day before. It was at work when I shouldn't have been watching YouTube. Kenan Harkin from Camp Kenan put in was showing like a clip of a gator in a pond that had frozen over. And the only thing sticking up out of the ice was his nose. He was just kind of hanging out there. And he was fine. The gator was fine. I guess that happens from time to time. What are we looking at? Is that a goldfish right there?
Yeah, that is. But this is my native tank, and see, I'm really happy that I've got all the brown algae on it because I'm real happy. Rather be dealing with that than in another situation with this tank. But I still have all my original fish, my shiners and my fatheads and my rosy reds. But the goldfish I put in here initially with a couple of the rosy reds to cycle it, help cycle it. I've used media and all that already. But now I'm faced with, well, I don't want to leave them in here when I add my main, my yellow perch, because I do want it to be native. And all the plants are native now, and they're going like crazy. They're growing up to the top.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, I never
we were
have.
just talking about the fatheads in my stream. I think it was Larry D who wants to. No, the rosy reds.
Rosy reds, yeah.
Patrick was saying in Reptiles Friday night that the rosy reds.
Dragon Lair, what's going on?
Hey, Dragon Lair, yeah, you can.
And Mickham's here too.
He was saying that they are very closely related to the fatheads. There's the fatheads, and there's the rosy reds.
Oh,
but
yeah.
The reds, he said, came from the wild stock, and they're just a dull gray fish. So they bred them. You know, it's a morph basically.
Do you have shiners in there? Because Terry just said shiners will fall apart in warm water.
I think that's a cold water tank, right?
Yeah, this is strictly cold water, and it's.
Okay. Then you're all right.
Yeah, they've done fine. I've still got my original shiners. They seem to be growing. I hope they don't much more. There's 4.
I only have 2 of my Kenny shiners left.
But yeah,
I told you what happened, right?
A lot of flow and a lot of variation, and so far so good. And then over there behind all that mess is the hawkus lined up. Look at that. They're lined up for food.
Aw.
Yeah. Even the rope fish is out.
I think they would look very nice in my 180, but I think they're too big for my 180, aren't they?
Well, they're in a 180 right now. They haven't grown but maybe an inch the last year and a half. So I'm hopeful that they're going to top out, but I don't want them to be stunted topped out.
Right.
So Terry says, I've seen outdoor ponds go well into the 80s and the goldfish are fine. Yep. That's a good point. I can attest to that in my own backyard. That's actually
shortens their lifespan. That's all.
Yeah. And then Dragon said that picture was taken in South Carolina back in the early 2000s. Oh, so he just pulled that from some random internet search probably then.
What is that fish that Mickham's talking about there?
A Congochromis
I had no idea.
arriving Thursday. I've never seen it, or only in magazines. Let me look that up. Hold on.
If you don't use the common name in my presence, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't say that in front of Terry, for God's sake.
Congochromis.
Sorry, Terry, but I don't learn them and I don't want to learn them.
What was it? Congochromis
Congochromis, Dimidiatus. Dimidiatus. It helps if you can talk too. I'd like to see what that is. Yeah, I told Terry one time I had to learn all that damn Latin for nursing school and memorize those body parts. I sure can't remember fish. I should have learned them though throughout the hobby, but I didn't. Oh, I'm gonna blow you up. Hold on. That's a
Almost looks like a crib.
it is a crib. It's a species of crib. Pretty.
Very pretty.
Did it say if that was a male or a female? Just curious. Nosy.
It has no common name. Wow.
It doesn't have a common name.
Terry said looks like a West African.
It's not in English, so I can't read it.
Oh, it has no popular name. Okay.
Cool.
So you're going to have to learn it, Whip. I'm going to have to learn it.
Not me. Nope. I can't say it anyway. Even if I knew it, I can't say it. My mouth parts don't wrap around that type of word. I can't do it. I mean, I was looking right at that bag and I tried to read it off and I just spelled it instead because I know damn well I can't say it.
Sometimes I wonder if they didn't just make the words as hard as they could for the.
And then when you get it, they change it.
Yeah.
Like Amphilochus. Who really says Amphilochus?
Well, I mean, but no, common medical body parts and stuff, cranium. I mean, you can pronounce them, you know?
Yeah.
I don't get it. Congochromis.
For a long time, and this is on me, people. I'm not judging anybody other than myself, but for a long time, if you used the scientific name talking to me, I would get so pissed because I felt like you were talking down to me, like you were like hoity-toity on me, and
snooty.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Have a pick and
look at me, I know all the big words.
Right? Dimidiatus. I think that's how that's pronounced. Oh, cool, Mickham. Oh, it's location specific, so that's why it's not. Okay.
Did they just discover it or something?
Well, he said they had a picture of it in an old magazine, so.
Yeah, so
it's an older picture. Okay. Huh.
How old is it? I always think about Johnny Carson. A lot of people won't know what I'm talking about, but Whip might and Susie will. An old magazine.
I think the majority of our listeners here, our watchers, or whatever you want to call
our old heads,
our audience, our
go ahead, say it. Say it, Whip.
Seniors.
On the wrong side of 50. Definitely on the wrong side of 40.
And how about the wrong side of 65? Jesus.
Woohoo!
Well, you know, I think that's you and Dragon.
I'm on the right side. I'm spot on 65.
And and Susie, I keep forgetting because you look like a 40-year-old.
Oh, you're so sweet.
She doesn't look her age. That's for
See,
sure.
that's why you're not going to get punched when I see you.
He's redeemed. Latin names can be pronounced easily if you break them down into the syllables. Okay.
That's how I figured out how to say polypterus.
Yeah.
So my Bashir, yeah. But even then, some people make fun of me for calling it a Bashir and say that's a biker.
Nobody makes fun of you, Susie. Not to your face.
Yeah, they do.
I still think that name is. I don't know that name. All that name is necessary. Like, what is dorsalis pedis?
What
Really,
is that?
it's the top of your foot. Pedis meaning pedal for foot.
Oh,
Dorsalis is the dorsal side of anything, so just dorsal foot, dorsalis pedis. But it's easy to say. That's what I'm saying. It just seems like they make these words harder than they have to be.
It sounds like you're saying something naughty. So this is
I got you.
Rabotai, Rabotai,
Hold on.
right? Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that.
Hold it right there.
Rabotai, Rabotai.
You're asking the wrong one.
Well, I can almost get it where people might be able to see it. Rabotai, Rabauti. Mickham's 53. See, we're all old here.
Bunch of old farts.
So, anything new for you, Bob, other than snakes? You didn't have anything new, did you?
No new snakes. I've just started working with that. Besides just feeding it every week or 10 days, that little water snake. But I'll get some videos of it. It's feisty. It throws its whole body across the room. Like you see, they say snakes jump at you, but that's probably the one that gave people that impression because it'll fling its whole body across the tank.
You know what else does that? Is a snake down by you.
Which one?
It's famous for chasing people and everything. It's the old cottonmouth, water moccasin, whatever you want to call it.
Well, these are often killed and confused for cottonmouths. That's the main reason these Nerodia get killed. They're up there with you too, the Nerodia, these water snakes. They're all over Central and Southeast U.S.
I've only seen one water snake in my life, in the wild, up here, and it looked enough like a cottonmouth that I didn't touch it. So, or even attempt to grab it or anything. I just let it be. But it could have been something harmless to people, for all I know. I am not a reptile guy, so I leave that to you guys.
Well, I'm not either. I'm just learning them too for a couple years. But the water snakes are real easy because they have white lines like a African mask or something. What they all have like white lines all around their bottom jaw, up and down. All white lines, and no, cottonmouth doesn't have that. So, but I ordered a diamondback water snake, Nerodia, and I was doing video on posted video, and one guy that knows, he's like the reptile guy too of Dragon Lair. Look in the comments, Dragon Lair, and see if you know that guy on the little water snake. Huawei wanted you to comment on there too, and I didn't look to see if you did. But it's not a diamondback; it's a broad-banded water snake. I started looking at it real closely, and they sent me the wrong one. It's fine because they're basically the same care and all that. So, luckily, because I've been taking care of it like the other one.
So one eye is not pronounced. It would be pronounced if it had two eyes. So you don't pronounce it at all? How does that work?
I thought it was a something EI if there's two eyes. So that's EI, a rabout.
So you just ignore the eye if it only has one eye?
That seems discriminatory.
What did Alex say? I missed what Alex said.
Let's see. I didn't see it either. I'm trying to scroll. Oh,
he must have deleted it.
There it is. Congo Chromacy. Terry told you that he had tons of water snakes by him.
And then Dragon said Rabautai. I don't know. You know what's easier? Rust Corey.
Yes.
Oh, what's old Terry say? He has a ton of eastern water snakes by him. And that's probably what this was, because I've never heard of a water moccasin up here. I know they are by the Mississippi, but that's a long ways from here.
Yeah, you're in Chicago area, right?
No, I'm closer to the Mississippi than Chicago, but the Mississippi is still a 2 hour drive, hour and a half drive, doing 80 miles an hour. So yeah, it's not like it's around the corner. Mickham, yep, feels like 30 years only a month ago. You ain't kidding. I say that all the time.
One thing I learned about those Latin names for, like, that usually the last word, when it's got the I on the end, it's the name, the person that discovered them or named them or, classified them or whatever. So like Robert Sy would be Roberts, that kind of thing. If it's an I, and this, you can Google this because that's the only thing I know about it, but a lot of people don't know that about the Latin names. If it's an I, it's a male that discovered the critter.
Oh.
It was a female.
There you go, touching your phone again.
Oh,
Captain
right.
Feedback.
You're right. Captain Feedback. I'm consistent. Hey, I'm consistent.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
You can count
I'm not
on
sure
me.
why Sam is doing the Oddball Aquatics link, but she's always been cool.
Yeah. Actually, I still share this slot with Haley. She had this slot for a long time, and then she wanted me to fill in a time or two. And then she asked me if I'd do like every other week. And then she got her life changed and stuff like all of ours are doing. She said that I could have it, but I told her anytime you want to come back and have it back or go every other or whatever. So I still share this with her. So she's welcome anytime.
You see what Dragon Lair said?
Same.
Yep, I'm with you on that one there.
Right?
It's a lot nicer to see blades instead of roots, isn't it?
Shady, I've never had any snake other than a corn snake and a garter snake. Everybody's had a garter snake, right? Garter.
I haven't had one, but
You've never had, even as a kid, you didn't grab a garter snake?
no. I know, as much as I was out in the fields and the woods and the ponds, but they're real bad to musk. Is what I've like milk snakes. So my milk snake was nasty. It died. I had it like almost 4 years, and it died. I don't know why, but it did. It's always difficult for me to lose a reptile too. We're talking about the big fish, that personalities and stuff, and especially if I can't find out a reason. Like I lost that Brazilian rainbow recently, but I think that aged out. I talked to some more people about that and brought it up in a couple of reptile streams, and I think you were right that it aged out. I don't know who said that. Maybe Susie. I don't know.
It was me.
Well,
It was me.
That's what people said, and they said that place was known to do that, to sell off the breeders. So, and it probably had clutch after clutch after clutch. So it probably wasn't the healthiest to start with.
Well, let me tell you, losing animals is hard. Like losing a dog, a bird, like that's like a family. Losing a fish, after a while, I'm internalizing it. Like, am I capable of keeping fish? I know it's just a phase I'm going through right now because I just had to bury a whole bunch, but I'm starting to think that I'm not the same.
It's hard. It's really hard. One of the pluses of having a tank full of little tiny fish is when you lose a couple, sometimes you don't even know it.
Right.
They just disappear to the loam.
Yep.
I lost a 30-inch arowana. And I wasn't crushed like you would get. When I lost my dogs, that was like,
yeah.
Now that I've lost a kid, it's hard to say it was like losing a kid, but you know what I mean? It was tough. Losing my dogs was just, it wrecks me. And losing fish it can be hard for a day, but usually, it's something that passes pretty quick. You know,
He's doing her scratch offs.
you know what doesn't pass real quick is the fact that I effed up. You know, oh, she's muted.
That's because I'm doing my scratch offs and I'm
Oh,
I'm standing. But yeah, that's exactly it. I feel like I did this. I went down and fixed all the filters, and I'm like, and how did I miss that one? It's only because it wasn't gurgling really loud. I just took care of the noise, and that was it. Like I was too lazy to check every tank or something. I don't know. I can't figure it out. I keep going over it in my head.
It's not laziness, but it's and it's not really complacency. It's just the fact that you get stuck in a rut, and you know what I'm saying? I mean, you didn't hear it, and you assumed. Assumption. That's what it is. I mean, that's what happens with us in the field. People get hurt. Usually, it's the old head. It's almost always the dude that's been with the company for 30 years. Because he's done it 15,000 times, and that 15,001 time he wasn't paying attention, and he lops off a hand.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's called, what the technical term is for that, but it's just it does happen. But I'll tell you what, when it happened the third time, because when it happened over here and I lost that fire yield, I said, this will never, ever, ever happen again. And I put sponge filters in all my tanks, thinking that, I'd have at least one filter going when I turned the others off. Right. And then it happened again. And I said, Jesus, this will never, ever, ever happen again. And then it happened again the third time.
Well, and that's what I said after I lost Hot Lips, my huge Amphilophus that everybody talked about at the show, how gorgeous it was. And this is going to be a showstopper and blah, blah, blah. I thought I will never do that again.
Yep.
And I did it again.
I remember that. That was a gorgeous fish.
Oh, my God. You guys want to see what I'm sanding? Now, no judging. No judging.
Huh.
That's a beautiful reflection.
Yeah.
Very nice. It looks big too.
It is very big. It's a rolling tray.
Okay.
So you can roll your cigarettes on here.
Yeah.
Oh, if I only smoked.
Well, John smokes, and I started rolling, and I'm like, I might as well. And then I got you don't have to blow me up. I'm just showing.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, so I got psychedelic on the back, like a solid green on the front. And I've tested them out, and they don't make a big mess. Where like something you got to put the tobacco on the top, and you roll it, and it falls in here, and it's got a little like drain. You put it right back. I'm like, this is perfect. So I built something for me, and then I'm going to put it out on the market.
There you go.
You could use that as a pill counter too.
Yep. And it's got a grinder. You know what a grinder is?
Mm-hmm.
So these things are sharp, like they're like nails, and they're compact. But when you put the two together, they don't touch, and you spin, and it just grinds up whatever. Like sometimes when you got the tobacco, there's some stems and stuff in there.
Yeah,
you just put in there.
Those are used like as pill crushers too. Well, the same thing. I just got one for Tisha, that my big foster dog's heart medicines, because it was hard to squish them. Works great. And
then it comes with an ashtray that I'm using a little baking sheet like for a cupcake. So it can be disposable, and then your ashtray doesn't get dirty. Wow. Stinky ashtray. But this is a nice big chunky ashtray. I just love it. And some of my daughters, they don't smoke cigarettes, but they smoke. And they really don't need the ashtray to put cigarettes out and just to flick the ashes in.
Yeah.
So I thought that's nice.
Do you have those for sale?
I'm getting them for sale. I'm still experimenting on how much resin it takes to make, how long they take to make. Yeah.
Well, if I had any means any way to use plastic, I'd send you a little donation on them. But I'll
No,
catch you
you're
next
good.
time. I hope. I
I'm
hope.
just happy I'm doing shows, and I am trying really hard. I think I'm going to make my mind up in January if I want to continue doing craft fairs, because it's physical. It's physical labor.
Somebody was talking about that earlier today. That a guy down New Orleans. I'm a member of that channel on TikTok, and they're at a show today. And they were saying they were going to start limiting it to 3 to 5 a year instead of one every 2 weeks. I don't know how
Yeah,
people do that. Jesus.
it
But
is so hard.
they sell a lot of ball pythons and a lot of crested geckos. They have maybe 300 of those now.
Wow.
And people buy them. They pay a couple $100 for each one, you know. I've got 3. I'd pay somebody $200 to take. No, I wouldn't. I love them.
Hughes Head Shop coming soon, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Dragon Lair.
Cigarette roll. I can add smoke a cigarette rolled by Susie to my bucket list, right? Right.
I'm getting pretty good. I can roll them that taste just like Newports right now.
I just need her to roll me something that's a cigarette, but not a cigarette.
I used to
I
smoke
can do that too.
Newport menthol was one of my brands.
Yeah, mine was cool.
Those are good ones too. Benson and Hedges I like too. A lot of people didn't
Oh
like
my
those.
gosh, Benson and Hedges. Do they still make that?
I don't know what they make because I haven't smoked
Yeah.
since here, and that's
I'm
been
telling you, I was in shock when I went and got 2 packs for
Oh,
John Baggett.
Wait.
I was like, wow.
Whip when you
wait a
said
second. That's why it was in quotes.
yeah.
I know what you meant.
I did not catch the quotes. I just heard what Bob said. He read it, and I did not read it myself.
I
When
call
you
them
said-
decorative cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Whip.
exactly, Michael.
When you there's the other little goldfish. I'm trying to give these goldfish a new home. Anybody? I just don't want to pay $100 to ship them, but they serve their purpose and they have to come out of there. I've got a little in-ground, like 400 or 500 gallon pond.
You know where they'd go
Yeah, I
real
thought
good?
you had an outside pond, don't you?
Yeah.
If
Put
you
'em out
put them
there.
out in the spring and keep them in the summer and fall, they'll be acclimated enough to stay out there all winter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think.
As long as you're not a knucklehead and pull out all the stuff. I had
Well,
no.
I did.
I had goldfish survive up here over the winter, but then I took all the leaves and stuff out of the bottom of the
Oh
pond.
yeah, no, you need
That was a dumb thing to do because they did not survive the next year.
yeah.
When I first moved here, there was a huge, I mean, like 12-foot with a long tail too, but comet, this beautiful white and orange comet. But I had a red-tailed hawk that would sit. One would come and sit in the trees.
Oh wow, looking at
But-
that fish.
But yeah, but it that went on a long time, and it got to start getting cool. It's been fine, probably years there. But I got in there and dug around and cleaned it out, and finally caught it and brought it in. It lived maybe 6 months.
Yeah.
Dragon,
like
that's
outside.
why they make depends is for when you have to sharp.
Huh?
I know that was a typo, but it's a hilarious typo.
That's a good catch, Whip. That's funny. All right, is Kenny going tonight?
He is, and if you guys want to catch him, this is probably going to be, if not his last show, maybe it's right up there because he is not going to be streaming live anymore.
I hadn't heard.
Yeah, last Sunday he announced that him and Danny are going to give up live streaming. The numbers have been dropping, and it's just they want to give up the time slot to somebody who's up and coming. So,
Cool.
yeah, if Danikin is something that you guys like to take it in while you can.
Is there a link, Sam?
I think he did one a while ago. Oh, he just did another one.
I don't see it, but I'll take your word for it.
8:19, so a minute ago.
There it is. I just got it. Okay. Well, thanks, guys. It was a good stream. We did talk
It
about
was.
fish some. We talked
A
about
little bit.
So thank you guys. Always have fun and keep Skipper in your thoughts. Hope he's not going to be down sick. Hope you don't have the flu or something. And thank you, mods, and thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. And there's the link if you want to see Kenny. And her name went right out of my head. And I
Danny?
love her.
Hence the word
Danny.
Danny Kins.
Right. I know, but when you get to the 69 whip, I'm not getting no younger.
Now I might not come punch you, but Bob will.
Yeah, right. One of you is.
That's right. Let's see how you're acting when you're my age, Whip.
You're right.
I'm hanging.
I am almost
I'm hanging
your age.
around for that. I'm hanging around. Y'all are crazy. Bye, guys.
All right,
Thank
bye.
you. Try to get it to end. There we go.